And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium on the campus of the University of South Carolina at Aiken for this afternoon's matchup between the visiting Belmont Abbey Crusaders and USC Aiken Pacers. I'm Reeves Altman saying thank you so much for tuning in, and we are just seconds away from a beautiful afternoon of baseball here in Aiken, South Carolina. On the season, the Pacers are 25-13 overall, 17-4 in Peach Belt Conference play, 12-7 at home here in Aiken, 13-5 on the road, and 0-1 at neutral sites. They fell to the Augusta Jaguars a couple weeks ago at SRP Park in North Augusta. And the Belmont Abbey Crusaders are 27-11 overall, 10-11 in Conference Carolina play, 17-3 at home, and 10-8 on the road. So leading off for the Crusaders is number 3, second baseman Patrick Taylor. Taylor batting .305 in all 38 games this season, 39 hits, and a .477 slugging percentage. Austin Sandifer on the mound here for the Pacers, and we'll get you his stats here in just a second. As his first pitch is going to be swung on and grounded to second. That's Blankenship making a play and throwing over in time for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out here for the Pacers. Sandifer on the season is 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA in 13 appearances, 18 innings pitched, 14 hits given up, and 14 strikeouts with an opponent's batting average of .212. Now number 33, that's Todd Valoa, stepping into the batter's box. Batting .375 in 22 games this season. As the 0-1 is an off-speed pitch missing low and away now for ball 1. Sandifer working out of the stretch on the mound, not going into the windup even with the bases empty. Pacers defenders playing back. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. One and two now the count. A little bit of a different lineup here for the Pacers defensively. We'll get you that information here in just a second as a ball is lofted softly into right field, and it's going to fall just out of the reach of the second baseman Blankenship for a base hit. So the Crusaders have their first hit and their first runner on here in the top of the first with only 1 away. First baseman number 40, Ben Ferguson, now steps to the plate. Ferguson batting .352 in 35 games this season, 43 hits and a .623 slugging percentage with a .515 on-base percentage. Graves, the first baseman defensively for the Pacers. He's going to hold Vallada at first. The first pitch to Ferguson is down the middle for strike 1. Ferguson, the first left-handed batter to step into the box today. Not much changes for Sandifer on the mound as he still works out of the stretch. Pacers appear to be in a shift here with Blankenship playing deep in the middle of right field, and Bird, the shortstop, shifting over to play right behind second base as the last pitch was swung on and missed. Now quickly 0-2 to Ferguson. The 0-2 is swung on and hit high deep into left field. Going back on it is Sharp, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Ben Ferguson, and the Crusaders strike first here in the top of the first, leading 2-0. From the box, ladies and gentlemen, that looked like a routine fly ball that would not stop carrying, and Sharp got to the wall and just ran out of room. So with that, the Crusaders lead 2-0. Garrett Brower, the designated hitter, now comes to the plate. Brower batting .383 in 38 games this season with a .617 slugging percentage and a .494 on-base percentage. Bases clear for the Crusaders. Pacers defenders at normal depth as he swings and fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike 1. The 0-1, a bouncing ball hit right back up the middle. Blankenship has a play on it. Throws over to first in time. Good stretch by Graves on first for out number 2. Also, great job by Usry down the line to back up that throw. Third baseman number 12, Connor Tucker, now coming to the plate for the Crusaders with 2 away and the bases empty. Tucker batting .313 in 35 games this season. 40 hits with a .484 slugging percentage, .428 on base percentage. A changeup missing outside for ball 1. And the 0-1, another changeup, miss is low and away. But Tucker swings and misses now, strike 2. So I got the count wrong there. It's actually 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Crusaders lead 2-0. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, fouled off to the back, swung on and fouled off to the backstop, and the count is now even at 2-2. Sandifer now ready on the mound, and the 2-2. Missing outside moves the count full to 3-2. And the 3-2 is called on the inside corner for strike 3. Tucker didn't like it, but the side is retired. But the damage has been done for the Crusaders in the top of the first. 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. USC Aiken coming to the plate for the first time, trailing 2-0. We're actually going to stay here for just a quick second so I can read out the defensive lineups for each team this afternoon. For the Pacers, behind the plate is number 33. Number 33, Caden Usry. First base is number 17, Dalton Graves. Second base is number 7, Caden Blankenship. Shortstop's number 15, Justin Bird. And Nick Tripp, number 21 at third. Left fielders, number 22, Josh Sharp. Center field, number 10, Jackson Hannon. And in right field for the Pacers, finishing out the lineup is number 8, Luke Parker. Now moving over to the Crusaders defensively. Behind the plate this afternoon is number 20, Jackson Risk. First baseman is number 40, Ben Ferguson, who hit the 2-run home run to start things off on the top of the first. Second baseman is number 3, Patrick Taylor. Shortstop is number 33, Todd Valletta. Third baseman, number 12, Connor Tucker. Connor Powell, number 1, the left fielder. Joey Humphrey, number 4 in center field. And finishing out in right field is number 8, Carter Duhamey. So we're going to take a quick break here in just a second. Actually, they called the signal that they're about to start the inning as the catcher has his warm-up throw down to second, and we are just moments away from first pitch. On the mound for the Crusaders is number 34. That's Nick Hurt. He is 5-2 on the year with a .485 ERA, 14 appearances, 39 innings pitched with 40 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of .242. Leading off for the Pacers is left fielder number 22, Josh Sharp. Sharp batting .316 in 30 games this year with 36 hits, a .395 slugging percentage, and a .388 on base percentage. Sharp's going to try and lay down a bunt down the left field foul line, but it rolls out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 to Sharp is swung on and fouled off out of play behind the Pacers dugout, now 0-2. Wasting no time on the mound. And the 0-2 missing high and outside for ball 1. So Alert has an off-speed pitch. The 1-2 is swung on and missed by Sharp for strike 3 in the side and for out number 1. Now center fielder number 10, Jackson Hannon, will come to the plate for the Pacers, batting .302 in 38 games played this year. .403 slugging percentage and a .371 on-base percentage. Now Hannon squares around to bunt, pulls the bat back, but it's going to catch the zone for strike 1. All the infielders playing deep here for the Crusaders. Tucker now going to play up level with the bag, if not a few steps in front. As the 0-1 to Jackson Hannon misses low, now 1-1. The 1-1 right on the outside corner, now 1-2. The 1-2 from Alert is a check swing at the plate by Hannon, but the home plate umpire is going to say he went around. First strike 3 and out number 2. Now shortstop number 15, Justin Bird, comes to the plate with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Bird is batting .223 in 38 games this season, a .372 slugging percentage and a .301 on base percentage. As the first pitch from Alert is high and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 is a slider missing away, now 2-0. And the 2-0 misses high, now 3-0 to Justin Bird. And Bird will watch the 3-0 right down the middle for strike 1. Alert still working out of the windup, and the 3-1 is down the middle, which quickly makes the count full at 3-2. The count is full, and the pitch is right on the outside corner. Bird didn't like the call, but the out is recorded, and the side is retired. For the Pacers in the bottom of the first, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the top of the second. The Crusaders coming back to the plate, leading 2-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second inning here. Belmont Abbey back at the plate, leading 2-0. The first pitch from Ferguson on the way is swung on and missed by Duhamey for strike 1. Right fielder, number 8. That is Carter Duhamey, batting .278 on the year with a .511 slugging percentage. And now the 0-1. Breaking ball catching the zone, now 0-2. Now the 0-2 from Sandifer. Missing a little outside, 1-2 now the count. Now the 1-2. Just missing outside. Good spot there from Sandifer, but the count is even now at 2-2. Sandifer ready on the mound now. And the 2-2. Swung on and hit hard into center field. Going back on it is Hannon, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1. A hard hit ball there for the first out here in the top of the second. Center fielder number 4, Joey Humphrey, comes to the plate now, batting .278 with a .398 slugging percentage and a .358 on-base percentage. As he steps into the left-handed batter's box here. First pitch is on the outside for strike 1. The 0-1, a breaking ball just on the outside as well. Now quickly 0-2. The 0-2 is swung on and misses down in the dirt. Usry picks up the ball, throws down to Graves at first for out number 2. Catcher number 20, Jackson Riss, now comes to the plate. .264 batting average, .434 slugging percentage, and a .371 on-base percentage. 3 lefties back-to-back here in the lineup to face Sandifer. As the first pitch to Risk is low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 load, now 2-0. The 2-0 is a curveball that's going to catch the zone for strike 1. The 2-1 is a ground ball, just getting fouled down the third base line, makes the count even at 2-2. Goes it right down the line as time has been called on the field. So we've been given the signal to return to action. 2-2 is the count. Sandifer ready on the mound, and the pitch is a breaking ball that's going to be grounded down the first base line, just going foul again, and we'll do the 2-2 over. The 2-2, a changeup, missing on the outside. And now the count full at 3-2. The 3-2 is swung on and hit high in the air down left field. Sharp under it, right on the line to make the catch to retire the side. For the Crusaders in the top of the second, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We will go to the bottom of the second. Pacers coming to the plate, trailing 2-0. back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the second inning. Joe Mazingo, number 19, the designated hitter, leading things off for the Pacers here. He's batting .410 on the year in 23 games played, .474 slugging percentage, and a .455 on-base percentage. And he'll come in to face Alert. The first pitch he sees is swung on and fouled off out of play down the right field line for strike one. Early action in the Crusaders bullpen as two pitchers are starting to warm up. An off-speed pitch to Mazingo. Swung on and missed, now 0-2. The 0-2 missing outside, 1-2. The 1-2 is a foul tip, caught at the plate there by Risk. First strike three and out number one. Now the third baseman, number 21, Nick Tripp, comes to the plate for the Pacers. Batting .302 in 36 games played, .519 slugging percentage, and a .366 on-base percentage. Tripp has seen a lot of action at first base for the Pacers this season, but now sees action at third base as well. So a corner infield player here. His first pitch to him from Alert was outside for ball one. Now an off-speed pitch that Tripp will take for strike one. Off-speed pitch had Tripp out in front, swung on and missed. Now 1-2. The 1-2 missing high and outside, evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 Tripp swings, and it's going to be called a foul ball right down the line. Good hustle by Tripp to get down to first. He would have beaten out the throw, but it was called foul by the third base umpire, and we'll do it over. The 2-2 almost hits Tripp, gets out of the way just in time. Now the count is full at 3-2. Alert ready on the mound, and the 3-2 has Tripp out in front, is popped up behind the plate. Risk coming over to make a play, and it just gets out of play. And now the 3-2 again. Tripp swings and pops it up on the infield. All infielders converging, but who's going to call it? It's going to be the third baseman, Tucker, coming over to make the catch for out number 2. Now the right fielder, number 8, Luke Parker. Parker batting .294 in 37 games this season, batting with a .389 slugging percentage and a .366 on-base percentage. And Parker will swing and bounce the first pitch he sees to Tucker at third. He runs on to the middle of the infield to throw over to first in time for out number 3 to retire the side. For the Pacers in the bottom of the second, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the top of the third. Belmont Abbey coming back to the plate, still leading 2-0.
back to the top of the third, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, Connor Powell comes to the plate now for the Crusaders, leading 2-0 here. Powell is the number 9 hitter in the Crusaders lineup. And he comes in to face Sandifer. Tripp playing in front of the bag, might be anticipating a bunt, but he comes out swinging and hits a fly ball into left field. Going back on it is Josh Sharp, and he goes back to make the catch on the warning track for out number 1. Another soft hit ball here by the Crusaders that just kept carrying into the outfield. Sharp's able to run it down for out number 1, and the top of the lineup is back to the plate for Belmont Abbey with number 3, Patrick Taylor, the second baseman. Taylor scores around to bunt, but pulls it back on an inside pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 is down the middle for strike 1. The 1-1, a curveball right on the inside corner, now 1-2. Another off-speed pitch missing outside, moves the count full now to 2-2. And the 2-2 is a bouncing ball to shortstop. Bird plays it on a bounce, throws over to first in time for out number 2.
The shortstop number 33, Todd Vallata.
Shortstop number 33, Todd Vallata, comes to the plate now with 2 away. Sandifer still on the mound for the Pacers here. And Vallata swings at the first pitch and fouls it off out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 is going to be hit high into right field. Going back on it is Parker, but he's going to run over to make the catch to retire the side. For the Crusaders in the top of the third, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. USC Aiken coming to the plate, still looking for that first hit, trailing 2-0.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third inning, Caden Blankenship leading off for the Pacers. Blankenship's going to score on the bunt. It's going to be popped up down the third base line. Tucker's got a glove on it. Throwing over is not in time, and the Pacers have their first hit and base runner here in the bottom of the third. Great job there by Blankenship
To almost catch the defenders by surprise. Tucker was very far back behind the bag.
Now Dalton Graves, the first baseman, comes to the plate for the Pacers. Alert having to work out of the stretch for the first time this afternoon. And his first pitch to Graves is down the middle for strike one. They're going to check Blankenship at first. He's back in time. He's held there defensively by Ferguson. Ferguson playing in the field right-handed, but he's at the plate left-handed. Now the 0-1. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Quickly 0-2. Alert ready at the mound. The 0-2 just missing high and outside. Now 1-2. Now the 1-2 to Graves, a breaking ball. He swings and fouls to the backstop. Count will remain there at 1-2. The 1-2 Graves swings and hits into left field. Powell is under it. He makes the catch for out number one, barely having to move on the play. Ball was hit right to him. Now catcher number 33, Caden Ussery, comes to the plate for the Pacers. One away, runner on first. Blankenship still has a lead at first. Ritz gets up, about to throw down on Blankenship, but he's back in time. It was right down the middle. Esri for strike one. The 0-1 missing outside, now 1-1. They're going to check on Blankenship at first. He's back in time. Alert set on the mound. Now the 1-1. An all-speed pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Wrist to keep it in front. 2-1 the count. They're going to appeal to first to see if Ussery went around, and he did not. Now the 2-1. Blankenship breaks for second. Appears to be a hit and run as he is not in time. Good throw there from Wrist to get him. Also great tag applied there by Taylor. And just like that, there's twos all around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Pacers. Now the 2-2. Down the middle, called strike 3, and the side is retired. For the Pacers in the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the fourth. Belmont Abbey still leads 2-0. And welcome back. Top of the fourth inning here. Belmont Abbey at the plate. First baseman number 40, Ben Ferguson, steps back into the batter's box, and he hits another high and deep shot into center field. Going back on it is Hannon. Then it's off the wall. Hannon's not able to get a glove on it. He tries to get it in quickly, but misplays it in the outfield. Throw over to third is not in time, and Ferguson is in with a leadoff triple here for the Crusaders. Ferguson responsible for two of the three hits for the Crusaders this afternoon, and they have been two big ones. And number 16, Browder, the designated hitter, gets hit on the first pitch from Sandifer. And the Crusaders have runners on the corners with only one away.
The third baseman, Connor Tucker.
Third baseman number 12, Connor Tucker, now at the plate. First pitch to Tucker is outside for ball one. Now Sandifer checks Tucker, he checks Browder at first. He's back in time. Now the 1-0. Low and away now, 2-0. The 2-0 is going to be swung on, a line drive into center field. Hannon comes over to make the catch, but it'll be deep enough to score Ferguson, and the Crusaders extend their lead to 3-0 on the RBI sacrifice fly from Connor Tucker. Browder was unable to advance to second on the ball, so they have a runner on first here with one away. Now number 8, Cotter Dehaney at the plate. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it to the backstop for strike one. The 0-1 is a line drive into center field. That's 3 straight hits into center field. And Hannon runs back to make the catch for the second out. Center fielder number 4, Joey Humphrey, now comes to the plate. 2 away here, runner on first. Crusaders lead 3-0. And he swings at the first pitch he sees. That was a off-speed pitch that's dribbled down the first base line right in front of the Crusaders dugout. The 0-1 is fouled off at the plate, now 0-2. And the 0-2 is going to be a line drive into left field. Sharp is there to make the catch to retire the side. For the Crusaders in the top of the fourth, 1 run on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. We will go to the bottom of the fourth. USC Aiken coming back to the plate, now trailing 3-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pacers trail 3-0, but at the plate with the top of the lineup with number 22, Josh Sharp, the left fielder at the plate. There is a new pitcher on the mound here for the Crusaders. We'll get you his name and number in just a minute. His first pitch is low and away to Sharp for ball one. That is number 11, Jake Craddock on the mound. He is 2-2 on the year in 17 appearances with 19 innings pitched and 24 strikeouts. And Sharp's going to hit a bouncing ball on the ground to second. Taylor is there to throw over in time for out number one. Center fielder number 10, Jackson Hannon, will now step to the plate. First pitch to Hannon is a breaking ball that's going to catch the outside corner for strike one. And Hannon's going to hit a hard ball to shortstop. Getting it is Velada, throwing over to first in time for out number two. Now shortstop number 15, Justin Bird, comes to the plate, 2 away here. And his first pitch is low and away, ball one. And the 1-0 is a curved ball that's going to get right down the middle for strike one. Bird swings and fouls off the 1-1 to the backstop, now 1-2. And the 1-2 from Craddock, a breaking ball, missing high, 2-2. The 2-2 is low, moves the count full to 3-2. The 3-2 is a line drive into center field for a base hit. Great job there from Bird to get a hit late in the count. The Pacers have a runner on first with 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Designated hitter Joe Mazingo now at the plate, number 19. Mazingo will swing at the first pitch and foul it out of play for strike one. Mazingo hits it on the ground, right back up the middle, right at the second baseman, Taylor, who throws over for the force at second, and the side is retired. For the Pacers in the bottom of the fourth, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base. We will go to the fifth. Belmont Abbey coming back to the plate, leading 3-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the fifth inning. Belmont Abbey at the plate with catcher number 20, Jackson Risk, coming to lead things off. Austin Sandifer still on the mound here for the Pacers. No action yet in the Pacers bullpen. And Risk will swing at the first pitch he sees and hit it into center field, and Hannon has to make another over-the-shoulder catch. Jackson Hannon has been the busiest man in America this afternoon with a lot of fly balls hit deep into center field.
Left fielder number 1, Connor Powell.
Now left fielder number 1, Connor Powell, come to the plate. All-speed pitch right on the outside from Sandifer for strike one. The 1-1 is going to be a hard hit ball to short. Throwing over in time is Justin Bird for out number 2. And second baseman number 3, Patrick Taylor, comes to the plate. 2 away here in the top of the fifth. First pitch to Taylor is swung on and fouled off to the backstop for strike one. The 0-1 is fouled off to the backstop again, now quickly 0-2. The 0-2 missing outside, 1-2 now the count. And the 1-2 misses inside. They're going to say 2-2. Taylor appealing to the home plate umpire. He's going to say that hit him. But the home plate umpire does not think so. They're going to have a quick meeting on the mound here. So base is empty for the moment. 2-2 is the count at the plate. And the home plate umpire will stand. The count remains at 2-2. So the count now full at 2-2. Sandifer steps off the mound for just a second. Now comes Set on the mound. And the 2-2. Just missing outside, 3-2 now the count. The 3-2 is swung on and popped high on the infield. And Sandifer comes off the mound to make the catch to retire the side. For the Crusaders in the top of the fifth, no runs on no hits and nobody left on base. We will go to the bottom of the fifth. USC Aiken coming to the plate, still trailing 3-0. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the bottom of the fifth inning at Roberto Hernandez Stadium. USC Aiken trails Belmont Abbey by a score of 3-0. But leading off the Pacers' half of the fifth is third baseman number 21, Nick Tripp. Craddock still on the mound for the Crusaders, and his first pitch to Tripp misses high for ball one. And now the 1-0. Down the middle for strike one. The 1-1 Tripp swings and hits high and deep into left field, but it's going to get out of play. And the count now 1-2. Craddock set on the mound now in the 1-2. Slider missing outside, evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2, another breaking ball, missing low and outside, and the count is full to Tripp. Now the count 3-2. Craddock working out of the stretch on the mound, even though the bases are empty. Defenders playing at normal depth. The count is full, and the pitch. Breaking ball on the inside, doesn't get the call, and Tripp will take his base. Right fielder number 8, Luke Parker, now coming to the plate. Tucker playing up on third, might be anticipating a bunt from Parker as he does square around. The ball is low for ball one. He got the bat back in time. Tripp gets his lead at first. He is held defensively by Ferguson. Craddock set on the mound now. Parker squares the bunt again. That pitch is high and inside. He gets out of the way just in time, and the count is quickly 2-0. As we have a stoppage in play here, as the Crusaders coach is coming out to the mound to speak with Craddock. Risk has also come out from behind the plate. It's runner on first, nobody away here for the Pacers. They trail 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Pacers offense has had trouble getting things going this afternoon. They do have 2 hits, I believe both coming with 2 outs. So the meeting at the mound is adjourned, and we are set to return to action. Tucker playing up on third base in front of the bag as Parker is squared around twice to try and get a bunt down. Now Craddock ready on the mound. Parker swings and fouls it off at the plate. That is caught by Risk for strike one. Parker swings at the 2-1 and fouls it out of play. It's going to get into the Crusaders bullpen. And the count is even at 2-2. Craddock comes set on the mound now. We're still working out of the stretch. And the 2-2 misses high to Parker, and the count now full at 3-2. 3-2 is the count. And it's low for ball 4, and Parker will take his base. The back-to-back walks for the Pacers have runners on first and second with nobody away here in the bottom of the 5th. Blankenship squares around to bunt here. All the corner defenders are playing up, and he's going to pop it up. Diving for it is risk in front of the Pacers bullpen, but he is unable to get it. Great effort, though, from behind the plate, and it is now 0-1 the count on Blankenship. Ferguson and Tucker, first baseman and third baseman, are playing up to try and get a force out as quickly as possible here, as Parker is not being held at first defensively. So now Blankenship will step back into the batter's box, the count 0-1. Tripp and Parker get their leads, respectively. Blankenship squares around to bunt again. And now the 0-1. It's squared and hit right down the third base line, but it is going to be picked up foul by Tucker, and the count is quickly 0-2. Now the 0-2 to Blankenship. Called strike 3 on the outside corner for out number 1. The Blankenship goes down on strikes. That brings to the plate first baseman number 17, Dalton Graves. Runner still on first and second for the Pacers here with one away. First pitch to Graves is low for ball 1. Off-speed pitch to Graves, missing outside, now 2-0. Graves going to swing on the 2-0, going to be played by the shortstop, Velada. He gets over to second for the force on Parker just in time. And the Pacers have runners on the corners with 2 away. As we have a signal to the bullpen now from the Crusaders. So we'll have a break here, and we will get you the new pitcher's name and number here in just a second. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. Pacers have runners on the corners, still trailing 3-0.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Crusaders. That is number 25, Miles Hedgecock. And he'll come on to face off against the Pacers catcher, number 33, Caden Ussery, with 2 away and runners on the corners here. Ferguson does hold Graves at first. And the first pitch to Ussery is low and away for ball 1. And now the 1-0. An off-speed pitch, but it's going to catch the zone for 1-1. The 1-1 catching the outside corner of the zone, now 1-2 on Ussery. The 1-2 just missing low. Now the count is even at 2-2. And the 2-2 misses outside. And Graves takes off for second, so the Pacers have runners on second and third with 2 away, and the count is full to Ussery at 3-2. Hedgecock set on the mound now, and the 3-2. A breaking ball hit on the ground. Ferguson has a glove on it, throws over to Hedgecock, who covers from the mound, and the side is retired. For the Pacers in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits, 2 men left on base. We played 5. We'll go to the top of the 6th. The Crusaders coming back to the plate, still leading 3-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 6th inning. Belmont Abbey coming to the plate here, but we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Pacers. Number 45, Jacob Bodkin, is set to start the 6th. He is 1-0 on the year with a 3.18 ERA and 11 appearances. He's 11.1 innings pitched with 11 strikeouts and a .256 batting average, opponent batting average against him. Now shortstop number 33, Todd Villada, set to start the inning off. Bodkin working out of the stretch. The first left-hander on the afternoon for the Pacers. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 misses outside again, now 2-0.
2-0 misses low. Now quickly 3-0 the count. And a very rare 4-pitch walk here to Vallado will bring to the plate first baseman number 40, Ben Ferguson, who already has a 2-run home run and a triple on the afternoon for the Crusaders.
The first baseman, Ben Ferguson.
And he's responsible for 2 of the 3 hits offensively this afternoon. So a lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Vallado gets his lead at first. He's held by Graves. And 5 straight balls for the start Bodkin's outing here as the first pitch to Ferguson is outside. The 1-0 is down the middle now, 1-1. The 1-1 is low and outside. Good stop there by Usry to keep it in front of him to keep the runner from advancing as the count moves to 2-1. The 2-1 is low and outside again. Now moves the count to 3-1. The 3-1 runs inside and actually hits Ferguson, and he will take his base. So runners on first and second, nobody away here in the top of the 6th for the Crusaders. Some movement now in the Pacers bullpen. Designated hitter number 16, Garrett Browder, will come to the plate as we have time called from the Pacers pitching coach. He'll come out to the mound to have a quick meeting with Bodkin and Usry. We'll take a quick break. Runners on first and second, nobody away. Belmont Abbey leading 3-0. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the meeting on a mound is adjourned, and we are set to return to action. And the first pitch to Browder is down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1 is swung on and hit high into center field. Coming on to make the catch is Parker. Gets it in quickly, but Vallado does not tag for third, and the runners remain in place with only 1 away.
The third baseman, Connor Tucker.
Third baseman number 12, Connor Tucker, now steps to the batter's box. 1 away here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 missing high, now 1-1. The 1-1 low and inside almost hits Tucker on the foot, but he gets out of the way. Now 2-1. The 2-1 missing high, 3-1 now the count to Tucker. Bodkins looks back at the runner Velada at second. He's back in time without a throw. Count remains 3-1 here to Tucker. The 3-1 is fouled off out of play to the backstop, and the count is now full at 3-2. And the 3-2 is low. Tucker will take his base, and the bases are loaded with only one away. Right fielder Carter Dehane now at the plate. And it's going to be hit right back up the middle. Blankenship gets him on the tag, throws over to first in time for the double play as Botkin gets out of the jam and the side is retired. Great job there by Blankenship to apply the tag and get it over quickly to first before the run can score. So no runs, no hits, and only one man left on base for the Crusaders in the top of the sixth. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. USC Aiken coming back to the plate. They still trail 3-0. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the sixth inning, top of the lineup coming back for the Pacers. Left fielder number 22, Josh Sharp, will lead off the inning. Third baseman Tucker playing up. Sharp might lay down a bunt, and there it is. He tries to get the bunt down, but pulls the bunt back. It does reach the zone for strike one. Number 25, as Headcott still on the mound, working out of the windup for the Crusaders. As the 0-1 is on the inside, missing now 1-1. Off-speed pitch just missing outside. Now 2-1. And Sharpson hit a line drive right back up the middle for a base hit, actually bouncing off the mound. Hitchcock just gets out of the way in time, but the Pacers have a leadoff hit here in the bottom of the 6th with nobody away. Center fielder number 10, Jackson Hannon, now comes to the plate. First pitch to Hannon is on the outside for ball 1. Sharp gets his lead at first. He's held by Ferguson defensively. And Hannon is going to hit a bouncing ball out of the reach of Tucker. He played it too close as both runners are going to advance. Smart base running there by Sharp. The ball fell into no man's land in between the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder, and Sharp and Hannon both advance. So the Pacers now in business. They have runners on second and third with nobody away here in the bottom of the 6th. And shortstop number 15, Justin Bird, comes to the plate. Bird tries to get down a bunt, but they're going to say he did not go around. And the count is now 1-0. They appealed to the field umpire. They're going to say Bird held back in time. Corners playing in defensively. Middle infielders playing back here for the Crusaders. Hitchcock working out of the stretch here. And an off-speed pitch to Bird is going to catch the zone for strike 1. Bird's going to hit a ground ball on the left side. Great play there by Taylor to come over to make the out at first. But it is an RBI ground out. The Pacers are on the board with a runner on third. They now trail 3-1. Great job there by Tucker at second base to come over to his left to make that out, potentially saving that second run from scoring. Runner on third, Joe Mazingo, the DH, at the plate now. Hitchcock set on the mound. An off-speed pitch is going to be hit high and deep into right field. Making the catch is Dehaney. He's going to throw into the infield, but it's not in time. And the Pacers get another run across here on the RBI sac fly from Mazingo, and the lead is now 1 for the Crusaders. They only lead now 3-2. Now third baseman number 21, Nick Tripp, will come to the plate with 2 away here, and the base is empty. Hitchcock still works out of the windup once again as the bases are empty. And Tripp's going to hit a line drive into right field. Battling the sun, but making the catches to Hayne for out number 3, and the side is retired. Strong hit there, solid contact from Tripp. But for the Pacers, they cut into the lead. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, and no men left on base in the bottom of the 6th. We played 6, we'll go to the 7th. The Crusaders coming back to the plate, now only leading by a score of 3-2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 7th inning here at Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Leading off for the Crusaders, we have a pinch hitter coming to the plate in number 26, Caleb Burr. Burr batting .360 in 13 games this season with an .840 slugging percentage and a .515 on-base percentage. Burr comes to the plate in right-handed batter's box. Bodkin still on the mound for the Pacers, and the first pitch he'll see is down the middle for strike one. And Burr appears to be pinch hitting for center fielder Joey Humphrey. The 0-1 is going to be swung on and hit to second. Blankenship has a play on it, throwing over in time for out number one. Good job there by Blankenship to play the ground ball on a hop and throw over in time. Catcher number 20, Jackson Risk, now comes to the plate with one away. Another lefty-on-lefty matchup here, and a heavy left-handed lineup here for the Crusaders as the first pitch to Risk is down the middle for strike one. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, now quickly 0-2. Bodkin ready on the mound now, and the 0-2 missing high and inside, but close, now 1-2. One and two now the count. It's going to be a ground ball hit right to the second baseman, Blankenship. He throws over in time for out number two. Left fielder number one, Connor Powell, comes to the plate with another lefty-on-lefty matchup here. First pitch is high for ball one. The 1-0 is down the middle now, 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and hit off the end of the bat, bouncing down the third base line, but it'll go foul, and the count is quickly 0-2. The 1-2 is inside. We'll even the count now at 2-2. And the 2-2 is swung on and just gotten a piece of at the plate. Count stays at 2-2 now. The 2-2 is swung on and hit on the ground. Backhanded stop by Bird, throwing over in time for out number 3. Great play by Justin Bird to make the throw. Great stretch by Dalton Graves at first to retire the side. For the Crusaders in the top of the 7th, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th following the stretch. Pacers coming to the plate, down by 1, still trailing 3-2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Pacers is right fielder number 8, Luke Parker. Hitchcock still on the mound here for the Crusaders. And he wastes no time on the mound working out of the windup as the first pitch is low and away for ball 1. And the 1-0 is down the middle now, 1-1. The 1-1 right off the end of the bat. Hedgecock comes off the mound, softly throws over to first in time for out number 1. Second baseman number 7, Caden Blankenship, now comes to the plate, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Blankenship, he swings and fouls off out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled off at the plate. Almost caught there by Risk, but the count quickly 0-2. The 0-2 missing outside, 1-2 now the count. The 1-2 low and away, now 2-2. And the 2-2 is hit into center field for a base hit. Great job there by Blankenship after quickly going down 0-2 to fight back and get a base hit with a runner on first and 1 away here for the Pacers. Now number 17, first baseman Dalton Graves will come to the plate. Blankenship gets his lead at first. He's held by Ferguson defensively. And Graves swings at the first pitch he sees and hits it high into left field. Barely having to move for it is Powell making the catch for out number 2. So 2 away here, runner on first. That'll bring to the plate catcher number 33, Caden Ussery. Hitchcock still having to work out of the stretch now at the plate, at the mound. And his first pitch to Ussery is high for ball 1. Ussery swings and hits the 1-0 into right field. DeHane is there to make the catch to retire the side. For the Pacers in the bottom of the 7th, no runs on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Crusaders coming to the plate, still leading 3-2. Welcome back to the top of the 8th inning here, ladies and gentlemen. Belmont Abbey coming to the plate with the top of the lineup, leading things off with number 3, Patrick Taylor. Jacob Bodkin still on the mound for the Pacers. First pitch is low to Taylor for ball 1. Taylor swings and fouls it off to the backstop, now 1-1. The 1-1 missing outside, 2-1. The 2-1 is outside, now 3-1. And the 3-1 is going to be a bouncing ball played by Tripp, throwing over to first. But good scoop there by Graves on the low throw to make the out for now, number 1. Shortstop number 33, Todd Villada, will come to the plate now, 1 away here in the top of the 8th. First pitch to Villada is high for ball 1. And Villada's going to hit a base hit into right field with 1 away. First baseman, the dangerous number 40, Ben Ferguson, now at the plate. Ferguson with a 2-run home run, a triple, and in his last bat he was hit by a pitch. So 1 away here. Pacers working out of the shift again. Blankenship playing deep into right field, and Bird playing almost even with the second base bag. First pitch to Ferguson is low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 is low and away again, now 2-0. The 2-0 finds the zone, now the count 2-1. The 2-1 right on the inside corner of the zone, now 2-2. And the 2-2 just missing on the inside corner, moves the count full now to 3-2 on Ferguson. Bodkin throws over to check the runner at first. He's back in time. Count is full. Bodkin set on the mound. He checks the runner again. He's back in time. And now the 3-2. And Ferguson gets hit again, and he'll take his base. And Coach Holder's going to make his way out of the dugout here. So we might have a pitching change coming on for the Pacers. And there'll be a new pitcher coming on for USC Aiken here. We'll get you his name and number here in just a second. Runners on first and second, one away. Crusaders up 3-2 here in the top of the 8th. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new pitcher on the mound for USC Aiken. Now up is number 9, A.J. Dybel from Aiken, South Carolina. He comes in to have runners on first and second with one away. And at the plate is number 16, Garrett Browder, the designated hitter. Dybel working out of the stretch here. His first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 is an off-speed pitch. It's going to be hit into shallow left field. Sharp is there to make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring to the plate third baseman number 12, Connor Tucker.
The third baseman, Connor Tucker.
They're going to throw back on the runner at second, and he's back in time. First pitch to Tucker is down the middle, called strike one. The curveball is going to catch the zone, called strike two. We have a stoppage in play here as the coach for the Crusaders comes out and have a moment with Tucker. Oh, 0-2 is the count. Dybel set on the mound. The 0-2 is swung on and hit high down the left field line. Giving Trace is sharp. He slides to try and make the catch, but is just out of his reach. It was in foul territory, so the count will remain 0-2. The 0-2 again now to Tucker. He's going to be swung on and hit high into center field, left center field, tracking over to make the catch is Hannon. He makes the catch to retire the side. For the Crusaders in the top of the eighth, they get no runs on one hit and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. USC Aiken coming to the plate, still trailing 3-2. Welcome back to the bottom of the eighth inning. USC Aiken at the plate, and the leadoff man coming to bat. Number 22, Josh Sharp, will lead things off here for the Pacers. Hitchcock still on the mound here for the Crusaders as Sharp's going to hit a bouncing ball down the first base line. Played on a bounce by Ferguson. He takes it to the bag himself for out number one. So center fielder number 10, Jackson Hannon, now comes to the plate. First pitch to Hannon is high for ball one. The 1-0 to Hannon, missing low, now 2-0. 2-0 down the middle, called strike one. And the 2-1 missing low, 3-1 now the count on Hannon. The 3-1 is going to be a high bouncing ball played by Valletta. He throws over in time for out number 2. Barely beating out Hannon. Great hustle down the baseline. And the Pacers had 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, bringing to the plate number 15, shortstop Justin Bird. Bird's going to hit it right off the handle into left field, just out of the reach of the diving Tucker for a base hit. That's Bird's second 2-out hit on the afternoon. It looks like the Crusaders are going to make a call to the bullpen here. So Headcock's afternoon is done. Runner on first with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Crusaders up by 1, 3-2 over the Pacers. We'll get you the new pitcher's name and number in just a moment. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 away here. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Crusaders, number 22, Drew Stigura, now on the mound. 2.78 ERA. He's 4-0 on the year in 18 appearances, 32 innings pitched with 39 strikeouts. Opponent's batting average is .234 against him. Leading things off for the Pacers against him is number 19, Joe Mazingo, the designated hitter. Runner on first after a 2-out single by Justin Bird. And the first pitch from Stigura is high and inside on Mazingo for ball 1. And the 1-0 to Mazingo, missing high. Now the count 2-0. And Mazingo hits it off the end of the bat, out of play. Now the count 2-1. Now the 2-1 to Mazingo, an off-speed pitch, got him out in front, swung on and missed. Now evens the count 2-2. Bird gets his lead at first. Stigura set on the mound now. And the 2-2. Another off-speed pitch just missing inside, and the count is full at 3-2. Count is full. Bird has a lead at first. He breaks for second. Mazingo fouls it off high, out of play, and the count will remain full at 3-2. The count is full, and the pitch. Swung on and missed by Mazingo in the dirt. First strike, 3, and the side is retired. For the Pacers in the bottom of the 8th, no runs on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. We played 8. We'll go to the 9th. Crusaders coming back to the plate, still leading 3-2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 9th inning here in Aiken, South Carolina. New pitcher on the mound for the Pacers, number 34, Dylan Wilhelm. Wilhelm is 3-3 on the year in 17 appearances with a 17 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts. And here, the first batter he will face off against is number 8. That is Carter DeHane. He is the right fielder defensively. The 1-0 missing outside, now 2-0. 2-0, missing low and outside, and the count runs to 3-0. And a very rare 4-pitch walk to Duhane. And a leadoff man is on for the Crusaders in the top of the 9th. Now, center fielder number 26, Caleb Burr, back to the batter's box now. Burr was a pinch hitter in his last at bat, and it appears he has stayed in for Humphrey in center field. So runner on first to face Wilhelm. Graves holding him at first. Breaking ball missing high and inside, 1-0. And Wilhelm's thrown 5 straight balls to start his outing here for the Pacers. Burr might be attempting a bunt here as the 1-0 missing high and inside. Now 2-0 the count. The 2-0 is right down the middle. Now the count 2-1. The 2-1, a breaking ball that's going to drop right into the zone. Now quickly 2-2. To the count. Another off-speed pitch from Wilhelm is going to be hit high and into center field. Sharp has a play on it, comes over to make the catch for out number 1. Catcher number 20, Jackson Risk, will now come to the plate for the Crusaders. That ball was hit sky high. Great job by Sharp to come over to make the catch. Another breaking ball missing outside to Risk. Ball 1. The 1-0 missing outside. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 swung on and missed by Risk for strike 1. Duhane gets his lead now at first. Graves still holding him defensively. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, now 2-2. Two and two is the count. Breaking ball fouled off out of play in front of the Crusaders' dugout. The count will remain even at 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed in the dirt for strike 3 and out number 2. Left fielder number 1, Connor Powell, will come to the plate. Powell swings at the first pitch and fouls it to the backstop for ball of strike 1. The 0-1 missing low. Didn't get the call. Now 1-1 to the count. Sun continues to set here in Aiken. Runner on first still. On the outside corner now, 1-2 the count. The 1-2 bounced foul down the third base line. And the 1-2 again. Missing low and outside. Evens the count, still at 2-2. The 2-2 is going to be lined into left field for a base hit. Bird was cheating the left-handed batter, playing a little bit too far over close to the bag in the shift, and he was able to go to the opposite field. It's a great piece of hitting there from Powell to bring the top of the lineup back with short second baseman number 3, Patrick Taylor, coming to the plate. The runners on first and second with 2 away here for the Crusaders in the top of the 9th. They lead USC Aiken by a score of 3-2. Breaking ball catching the zone for strike 1. And now the 0-1, missing low and outside, 1-1 the count. Wilhelm set on the mound now in the 1-1. Another breaking ball that's going to catch the zone, now quickly 1-2. Runners on first and second. Graves not holding the runner at first in Powell. He's playing 2-out depth right on the line. Tripp playing behind the bag as well. Wilhelm set on the mound. And now the 1-2. As the runner from second breaks for third, and the Crusaders have runners on the corners with 2 away. Ball was a high and outside, so the count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. As Estrie comes out and makes the first and third call defensively. So Wilhelm comes set on the mound now. The runner breaks for second. He's going to step off. And they're just going to give him second base, not worrying about the runner at third. So after runners on first and second, not even having thrown only 1 pitch, and the runners now advance to second and third with 2 away. Wilhelm now set on the mound, and the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and the side is retired. So the stolen bases don't matter in the end, and we will go to the 9th, the bottom of the 9th, with the Pacers coming to the plate in the top half. For the Crusaders, no runs on 1 hit and 2 men left on base. We will go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Pacers down to their final 3 outs, trailing 3-2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 9th inning. Pacers trail 3-2, trying to make something happen here. Stigura still on the mound for the Crusaders, with number 21, third baseman Nick Tripp stepping into the batter's box. First pitch to Tripp is inside, missing the zone for ball 1. Now the 0-1 to Tripp. Swung on and missed, got him out in front with an off-speed pitch for strike 1. The 1-1 missing low and away, 2-1. The 2-1 swung on and missed again. Tripp out in front. Now 2-2. Base is empty here. Pacers trailing 3-2. And the 2-2 Tripp's going to hit it off the end of the bat. It's going to bounce off of Stigura's glove, but right to the second baseman, Taylor, who makes the play at first for out number 1. Now right fielder number 8, Luke Parker, will come to the plate with 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Parker is low, getting away from the catcher for ball 1. The 1-0 is low and outside, now 2-0. The 2-0 is fouled off the end of the bat at the plate. Parker just got a piece of it, but the count now goes to 2-1. The 2-1 is high. Makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike here on Parker. The 3-1 fouled off at the plate by Parker, and the count is full at 3-2. Parker takes a step off. Stigura still on the mound, ready. Here we go, the 3-2 to the plate. Parker out in front, swung on and missed for strike 3, and the Pacers are out down to their final out. So Caden Blankenship now comes to the plate for the Pacers. First one to Blankenship is on the outside for strike 1. The 0-1, Blankenship checks his swing, but it's going to catch the zone anyway. And now the Pacers are down to their final strike with the count 0-2 on Blankenship. Breaking ball swung on and missed by Blankenship for strike 3. The side is retired, and that's your ball game. For the Pacers in the bottom of the 9th, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base, and Belmont Abbey will take the game by a final score of 3-2. Final stats for the victorious Belmont Abbey Crusaders: 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors defensively, and for USC Aiken, 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors defensively. The Crusaders improved to 28-11 on the year and 11-8 on the road, and the Pacers fall to 25-14, 12-8 here at Roberto Hernandez Stadium. So Belmont Abbey wins the home-and-home series. They won last night at home against the Pacers and take it in Aiken here by a final score of 3-2. A well-fought game. Man of the game, without a doubt, for Belmont Abbey was first baseman Ben Ferguson with the early 2-run home run to give the Crusaders the lead, and they never gave it away. But the Pacers are back in action quickly on Friday as they welcome Peach Belt foe Georgia Southwestern to Aiken, South Carolina. Their first matchup is set for Friday night at 6 p.m. for a highly anticipated Peach Belt Conference matchup. But that'll about do it for us this afternoon. Pacers fall to the Crusaders by a final score of 3-2. I'm Reeves Altman saying thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you Friday night at 6 p.m. right here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium.